When you're hurt and confused, dealing with narcissists can be very tough. But think about this. It can also make you stronger. This might not make sense at first, but sometimes the hardest times in our lives can help us grow a lot. Today, we're going to talk about how dealing with a narcissist can make you stronger. So let's get started and talk about the 5 ways dealing with a narcissist can make you stronger. Firstly, dealing with a narcissist makes you want to understand yourself better. You could find yourself thinking about your past and figuring out what has hurt you in your relationship with the narcissist. It's a tough journey, but it's needed. Picture going through a museum of your past. You see clear pictures of your times with your parents, showing the ways they might have left you alone, didn't care for you, or were mean to you. As you look over each picture, you start to see how they all link together, giving you a clearer understanding of your past. This journey isn't about blaming or living in the past, it's about understanding. It's about noticing the things that made you stay in a bad relationship. It's about seeing the hidden hurts you've been carrying and realizing how they've affected your life. But understanding yourself doesn't stop there. It leads to healing. Getting over a narcissist isn't just about leaving them behind. It's about figuring out what made you vulnerable to that kind of relationship. It's about seeing your emotional hurts, knowing where they came from, and learning how to make them better. And as you heal, you grow. You become tougher, more able to bounce back. You get to know better what you need, want, and won't put up with. You learn how to keep yourself safe, how to take care of yourself, how to speak up for yourself. This new understanding about yourself becomes a guiding light, leading you towards healthier relationships. It becomes a shield, keeping you from falling back into old habits and ending up with people who don't respect or value you. So you rise from the ruins of the past, stronger, with a better understanding of who you are. You come out not as someone who was taken advantage of, but a survivor. You turn your pain into power, your hurts into strength, and by doing so you use the narcissist's abuse as a way to understand and heal yourself. Second, abuse from a narcissist shows you how tough you are. It's not easy to accept, but it's a fact that often comes to light after such a hurtful relationship. The ability to keep going, to stay alive, and to bounce back from such a deep mental attack shows that you have a strength inside you that you may not have known was there. Think about it like this. Going through abuse from a narcissist is like being a soldier in a war of feelings. The tricks that narcissists use, such as playing mind games, manipulating you, and always putting you down, are like the mind games used in war to defeat the enemy. It's a non-stop attack on your confidence, your mental health, and who you are. But this is where your toughness really shows. You've been in the thick of this emotional battle, and you're still here. You've survived the storm of manipulation, you've made it through the dangers of mind games, and you've lived through the constant put-downs. And after all of it, you found a strong fighter inside you, a toughness that is less than amazing. Even in hard times, you've shown an amazing ability to handle stress. This means you can handle negative feelings or difficult times in life. You've shown that you can stay calm when things get tough, that you stay cool when things are hard, and that you can handle pain and difficulty without breaking down. And it's not just about staying alive, it's about growing too. Being tough doesn't just mean getting back to where you were before, it means moving forward. It means learning from what you've been through, finding new ways to cope, and becoming stronger and smarter than before. So, while going through narcissistic abuse is definitely hard, it can also lead to personal growth and self-discovery. It can show you how strong you really are. It can show your ability to handle a lot of stress and come out the other end stronger and tougher. You'll see that you're stronger than you ever thought. Third, you start to understand your limits better when dealing with narcissistic abuse. This may seem strange, but let's explain. Before coming across a narcissist, if you had some tough times, you may have been doing things that many people who've faced trauma do. Things like trying too hard to make others happy, relying too much on others, giving too much, or just agreeing to everything. These all show that you're not clear about your own boundaries. But dealing with narcissistic abuse, even though it hurts, can be a wake-up call. It's like a loud alarm, breaking your usual ways and making you really look at what you're letting into your life. This can, but it's also important. It's like making steel. The raw stuff is put under lots of heat and pressure, shaped and then cooled. The end result is something stronger. In the same way, the strong emotions of narcissistic abuse can help you understand your own limits better and make tougher. So, how does this happen? The pain you feel, the never-ending manipulation, and not caring about your feelings push you to a point where you say, "That's it." It forces you to draw a line. You start to see what you can't stand, what you won't settle for. And one thing about boundaries, they're not about keeping others away. They're about making a space where you feel safe, where you're respected and valued. They're about saying, "This is me, this is what I need, and this is what I won't put up with." It's important to remember that these boundaries can change. They can grow as you learn more about yourself. But the first step is admitting that you have the right to set them. In this way, the pain of narcissistic abuse can help you understand your needs and limits better. It can help you make a safer, healthier space for yourself in future relationships. Remember, boundaries are there to protect you. Next, dealing with narcissistic abuse can make you a great observer. You might be wondering, how can something so hurtful and damaging improve your skills? Let's talk about it. When you've suffered from narcissistic abuse, it's like you've had a harsh, unwanted lesson about the dark side of people. You've seen up close how a person can trick, lie, and hurt without feeling sorry. You've seen the false faces they put on and the tricks they play. In short, you've been taught how to spot the warning signs of a narcissist. Now, this doesn't mean you'll be suspicious or distrustful all the time. Instead, it means that you're armed with a new understanding. You're able to notice the small signs that others might not see. You can spot the mismatch between what people say and what they do, the charm that seems a bit too fake, the kindness that comes and goes it pleases. After experiencing narcissistic abuse, you're not just getting by, you're growing, you're aware of the tricky ways of people. And you can tell the difference between real kindness and manipulation. You've seen the worst and come out with a clearer, sharper view. This new sharpness helps protect you. It's like having an extra sense that warns you of possible danger. You can handle your relationships with more sureness, knowing that you can spot and avoid those who might take advantage of your kindness. So, even though dealing with narcissistic abuse is tough, it's also a way to grow and become stronger. It's a hard lesson, yes, but what you learn from it is priceless. You'll see through all the fakeness, spotting the warning signs before it's too late. Finally, dealing with a narcissist can make you kinder. This might sound strange. How can going through such a hard time make things better? It's all about the way you see things. When you felt real pain and sadness, you understand what it's like to hurt. You've been under the control of a narcissist. You've felt how harsh they can be, and you've known the sour taste of their tricks. This tough experience doesn't just leave marks, it builds understanding for others. You see, having been through a rough time, you become more tuned in to the pain of others. You can see sadness in people's faces that others might not notice, to hear the silent cries for help that get drowned out. This understanding isn't just about feeling bad for others, it's about knowing their experience because you've been there too. Plus, this new kindness often spreads beyond just people. You start to care for everyone, for our society. You realize that pain is something we all go through, and this realization brings closer together. It's almost like a spiritual bond, this shared experience of pain. And so the tough times you've been through don't just make you tougher, they make you kinder. Make you more understanding. They make you more caring. The end, you come out not just tougher, but also kinder and more connected. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, give thumbs up. For more videos like this, hit subscribe button.